Coming up on the Daily O, one Oklahoman sentenced to federal prison for an ISIS-inspired terrorist attack. We have the details.
And a suspect identified in the stabbing of a teenage girl. All this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Daily O. I'm Addison McBride.
And I'm Reagan Lee. We're glad you're with us. An Oklahoma man has been sentenced to 15 years for an ISIS-inspired Election Day plot. Abdullah Haji Zada is a 19-year-old lawful permanent resident from Afghanistan living in Oklahoma. Prosecutors say Zada attempted to receive 2 AK-47 style rifles and 500 rounds of ammunition with the intent to use the weapons in a coordinated attack on behalf of ISIS. Federal agents arrested Zada in October 2024, along with co-conspirator Nasir Ahmed Tahiti, after investigators say the pair sought firearms for the attack. Zada pleaded guilty on April 17th. As part of his plea agreement, Zada accepted a judicial order of removal to Afghanistan once his prison term ends, permanently ending his lawful permanent resident status.
An 18-year-old girl in Pottawatomie County is in critical condition after being stabbed 14 times by a coworker outside her home. According to a 911 call, the attacker approached the girl wearing a ski mask while she was eating a burger on her porch near Hillcrest Drive in Shawnee. Authorities said the attacker hid and waited for the teen before launching the assault. Through interviews and matching the suspect's vehicle, deputies identified a coworker as the attacker. The teenager and 24-year-old suspect, Ronaldo Zavala, worked together, which is when the alleged stalking began. They arrested him in Newalla, where they found evidence linking him to the attack. The girl suffered wounds to her neck, wrist, face, and lungs.
Oklahomans are feeling the strain as inflation remains higher than economists say it should be. From food to childcare, financial analyst Stephen Cates with the group Bankrate says nearly everything has increased in price compared to this time last year. A new study from Zumper found the average rent price in Oklahoma City is up 6% from this time last year. That's double the national inflation rate, which is around 3%. Since 2020, Kate says inflation has caused the average price of goods to increase by 25%. Chip Lupo with Wallet Hub says Oklahoma has fewer high-paying job opportunities than most states. Wallet Hub recently ranked Oklahoma the 10th worst state in the country for jobs. Kate says the average pay increase for someone making over $100,000 was higher than the inflation rate, but for lower income households, wage increases did not keep up with the rate of inflation.
Oklahoma City's Zoo Amphitheater is giving music fans a new way to experience live concerts with its first ever 2026 Lawn Pass. Subscribers to the Zoo Amp email newsletter have exclusive early access that began Monday, while the general public can purchase passes starting today. An introductory early bird price of $199 makes the pass an attractive way to secure a spot for multiple shows. Shelley Rowan, the marketing director for the Zoo Amp, said this pass was the first of its kind for the venue. The Zoo Amp has hosted decades of memorable performances, making it one of Oklahoma's premier outdoor music venues. Pass quantities are limited and some concerts exclusions may apply. Fans can purchase passes and learn more at okczooamp.com.
As the holiday season approaches, Oklahoma State University Extension offers up tips to keep your house standing over the winter months. With colder weather, extravagantly decorated houses, and packed kitchens, there are many dangers in this coming season. According to the National Fire Protection Association, home fires are most common in the winter months, peaking in December and January. Dr. Scott Frazier, an associate professor and OSU Extension specialist for energy management, provides the following advice. 1. Avoid overloading outlets. Extension cords should not exceed 50 feet in length. 2. Avoid tucking extension cords under carpets and rugs, despite the eyesore they can be. It not only creates a tripping hazard in the house, but if the cord is frayed, it can result in a rug catching on fire. 3. Always check smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. The best type of holiday is a safe holiday.
Well, we've all been waiting on that winter weather, but all we've had here today are storms. Maybe tonight is the night? Grayson Buchanan is in our weather center with our evening forecast. Grayson.
Thank you, guys. Just like they said, the rain has come. It also brought cooler temperatures. We have that it's about 62 degrees outside and it feels like it's 62. We also have some winds with it being about 4 miles per hour going in the east. As you can see off campus, we do have rainy skies, and I'll tell y'all in a little bit why you should hold on to that umbrella. Let's go back to the desk.
Thanks, Grayson. When we return, a new survey says we're doing okay.
And Google is making its impact in Muskogee. We'll tell you how. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at-home feeling.
New survey results show most Oklahoma City residents feel the city's on the right track. According to the 2025 survey, 71.6% of respondents say OKC is heading in the right direction, well above the national average for large cities. Residents gave high marks for core services like fire, police, trash, and ambulance, rating them all above national averages, but not everything is getting the same praise. Satisfaction was lowest for street conditions and how the city handles homelessness. Experts note that despite those concerns, many still trust city leadership, and those survey findings will likely guide budget and policy decisions going forward.
Google has announced plans to build 2 new data center campuses in Muskogee County near Summit and Council Hill. This is part of Google's massive $9 billion investment in Oklahoma over the next 2 years, aimed at supporting its growing AI cloud infrastructure. To power them, Google is working with OG&E on long-term electric contracts and has signed 2 power purchase agreements totaling 600 megawatts of clean energy, including solar from Muskogee and Stephen counties. Google is also investing in water resilience funding, regenerative agriculture, to help replenish 1.4 billion gallons of water, fixing leaking pipes in tribal areas, and supporting precision irrigation for eastern Oklahoma farms. On the community side, Google is pledging $1 million towards local schools, small businesses, and trade skills, training to build for a stronger workforce for the project.
Grayson, I know there's got to be something on that radar today. What you got?
Just like Addison said, we do actually have a lot on the radar today. As you can see, we have rainstorms moving across Oklahoma in the northeast, rolling through Stillwater. As we continue to go on into tomorrow, we can see that those rainstorms will fade out and continue traveling northeast. And as we get into the weekend on Saturday, we can see that those completely clear up and we only have some cloud coverage. Now let's look at some things you need to look out for these next couple days. As we said, thunderstorms rolling across the Oklahoma area, especially with us at Stillwater. With the storms coming, we will also have dropping temperatures that could get into the lows of 30s. And then when it all ends and during, we will have cloud coverage throughout the week and the weekend. Let's take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Grayson. When we return, an update on the declassification of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
And legal questions surrounding military strikes on boats in the United States. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
President Trump has signed into law legislation that compels the Department of Justice to release previously withheld files related to Jeffrey Epstein and his investigation. The bill passed the United States House of Representatives by a 427-1 vote, while the United States Senate approved it by unanimous consent. Under the new law, the DOJ must make public all unclassified documents, communications, and investigative materials tied to Epstein, and crucially, information can no longer be withheld because of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity. Victims' identities and classified material may still be redacted, but the demand for transparency is clear. The law gives the Justice Department 30 days to comply, meaning many of these documents will likely become public around mid-December.
A legal dispute is raising serious questions about recent U.S. military strikes on suspected drug smuggling boats. According to sources, the senior judge advocate general at U.S. Southern Command warned in August that targeting people aboard these vessels could amount to extrajudicial killings, potentially exposing service members to legal liability. However, his concerns were reportedly overruled by higher-ups, including lawyers at the Justice Department's Office of Legal Counsel. A classified memo now says U.S. troops are not legally liable for these strikes, framing the actions as part of a non-international armed conflict under presidential authority. Critics argue that this legal rationale stretches the boundaries of international and U.S. law and could set a dangerous precedent.
Hurricane Melissa has broken a major wind speed benchmark. According to the data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and the National Center for Atmospheric Research, a drop sound deployed into the storm measured a gust of 252 miles per hour as Melissa approached landfall. This gust was recorded just before the instrument plunged into the ocean, and in-car researchers verified the reading after running quality control checks and confirming it was physically consistent. While the storm has already made headlines for its sustained winds and pressure, Melissa hit Jamaica as a Category 5 with sustained winds modeled at 185 miles per hour and a minimum central pressure around 892 millibar. This new gust measurement adds another layer to her historical intensity.
The delayed Bureau of Labor Statistics report shows the U.S. economy added 119,000 jobs in September. That's well above the roughly 50,000 many economists expected. However, the unemployment rate ticked up to 4.4% from 4.3% in August, making one of the higher levels in recent years. Complicating the picture, this data release was delayed for 6 to 7 weeks because of the federal government shutdown. This also means the full October jobs numbers will be rolled into the November report. While job creation exceeded expectations, a sign of strength, the rising unemployment rate and missing data raised concerns for policymakers, including the Federal Reserve, as they weigh interest rate decisions.
The NTSB has released new surveillance images showing the moment a UPS MD-11 freighter crashed after its left engine and pylon detached during takeoff. Investigators say the engine separated before climbing more than 30 feet, igniting a fire that engulfed the aircraft as it came down in a storage yard and struck 2 buildings. 14 people died, 3 crew members aboard and 11 on the ground. The preliminary report identifies metal fatigue cracks in the left engine pylon, components last inspected in October 2021, despite the plane having completed over 21,000 flights. In response, the Federal Aviation Administration has grounded all MD-11s until inspectors can verify they are all safe to fly.
It was a back-and-forth battle in GIA last night. Mason Hunter is in the Sports Corner with how the Pokes took down the Bulls, right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O. Come on in and sit on down because you are in the Sports Corner. I'm Mason Humphrey. Let's talk sports. It was another electric night inside Gallagher-Iba Arena as Cowboy basketball hit the court. And the king of the jungle, Austin Lyon, joins us in studio with the breakdown. Take it away, Austin.
Yeah, Mason, it was a high-scoring battle back and forth as the Cowboys take down South Florida 103-95. Cowboy basketball remains undefeated after a thrilling win over UCF. After a 7-point explosion by Victorious Miller to begin the game, the Pokes got off to a hot 12-3 start. After that, the offense would slow for a while, before picking back up quickly with a dunk by Christian Coleman to start a 10-0 run to conclude the first half. That momentum would continue into the second half in the form of 4 Pokes making it to double-digit points. One of those being Kanye Clary, who has his mindset to credit for his 11-assist performance.
Just trying to let the game come to me. I didn't play, a lot of big games, been in a lot of different leagues, so this ain't really nothing new. But just reading the feel of the game, the flow of the game, trying to get my teammates involved and fit in where I can. That's what my mentality today. That's what it was.
Down the stretch with some clutch threes from Anthony Roy and Lefteris Mantzoukas, fueled by the relentless noise from the electric crowd, the Cowboys pulled away late and left with a satisfying win to add to the resume. Pokes now look to take that momentum back to GIA on Saturday at 1 p.m. against Nicholls State. Back to you, Mason.
Appreciate you, Austin. Thank you very much. Well, the Cowboys, they were thriving. The Cowgirls struggling on the road. OSU gets shut down in Queens, losing to St. John's 74-67. The Cowgirls just couldn't find their rhythm, shooting under 40% from the field and 25% from three. While on the other hand, the Red Storm just couldn't miss, shooting 67% in the first half, and the 18th ranked Cowgirls now hope to bounce back inside GIA on Monday against A&M Corpus. Well, we've talked a lot about it all year, but the struggles of Cowboy football is no secret. The truth is, though, you have to have a good mindset and see the big picture. And as for Ike Ezenuwahe, with the 2 games left, he knows what it means for the program to finish strong.
I'm going to say it again, like I said, we face adversity, and everybody has to just realize what they're here to do, It's, again, we're in the business of winning, not in the business of who is going to be the coach, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, if I'm not here, if nobody else is here, Oklahoma State football is continuously going to happen to go on. It doesn't matter if I'm here or Gundy's here or Meacham or Bowen, it doesn't matter. Oklahoma State football is going to continue to go on. And that's just how football is. That's how business is. Like, whether without you or not, the business is going to go on. So you just got to learn how to face adversity and keep on going and try to be the best that you can be every day.
A pair of Cowboy tennis stars getting it done on the road. Ian Brax starting off group play strong at UTR Waco. In two straight sets, Brax took down a Baylor Bear 6-4 and 6-3. Then down in Austin, Derek Pham is cruising in singles and doubles. Pham and his duo partner had a tight 3-set battle to move on to the quarterfinals. Then in singles, Pham swept his 2 sets 6-3 and 6-4 to move on to the Sweet 16. Both Pham and Brax are currently competing. And to wrap it up with some pro poke news for you. Former Cowboy legend and first overall pick Cade Cunningham is making it big time. It was announced that he becomes the 6th active NBA player to get a Nike signature shoe. The Pistons star announced it on Kevin Durant's podcast, and the shoe is set to be released in 2027. That's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't touch that mouse. When we return, a return to the pre-tech era. Addison and Reagan have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Live CMA awards list has been released. Kennedy Coyle has that and more in your A-List update. Kennedy?
That's right, Reagan. Last night, the 59th annual CMA's award show was held in Nashville, Tennessee. Lainey Wilson, Ella Langley, and Riley Green walked away with 3 honors each, with Wilson as Entertainer of the Year. Ella Langley and Riley Green's song, You Look Like You Love Me, stole the show with receiving the Single of the Year, Song of the Year, and the Music Video of the Year. A few winners caught people by surprise, including Cody Johnson, who won Best Male Vocalist, beating Chris Stapleton, who has won the award a consecutive 8 times. The Red Stray Clays took Vocal Group of the Year, taking down the title from Old Dominion. Performances from Megan Maroney and Luke Combs were televised throughout the night. However, neither of them won any of their nominations. That's all from me. Back to you guys at the desk.
In a culture dominated by screens, a surprising counter trend is gaining real momentum. People are going completely offline. Thousands are now attending phone-free concerts, dates, and social events where smartphones are locked away in lockers or pouches for the duration of the gathering. These IRL events are drawing crowds that no one expected, and it's resulting in more people making genuine friendships. Event organizers say these events are a great way to meet people and make real connections. The movement shows a deep, growing desire to reconnect with people and feel present and engaged, rather than endlessly documenting.
Today we pause the serious and lean into the silly because today is National Absurdity Day. It's the one day of the year when embracing the illogical, the nonsensical, and the joyfully random isn't just allowed, it's encouraged. So what does that look like in real life? Maybe wearing your shoes on the wrong feet, sending a completely absurd text to a friend, or reading a bit of absurdist literature. Whether you're dancing upside down in your living room or simply embracing one small bit of delightful nonsense, today is your permission slip to let go of logic for just a moment. Sometimes life's most memorable moments come from the wonderfully absurd. No matter how you choose to celebrate, make sure you document the crazy using the hashtag National Absurdity Day.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Grayson Buchanan has our 7-day forecast. Grayson.
Thank you, guys. Let's take a look at the weather for the rest of the week. As you can see today, the high was only in the high 60s and we did have those thunderstorms. As we continue to go throughout the week, we can see lower temperatures and cloudy skies. It should rain again around Sunday and Monday. With the end of the week, we do see a little bit of sun, but it is covered up by clouds. Well, National Absurdity Day? Who do we think is the most absurd?
Guys.
Out of the 4 of us, I think I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Right?
Kennedy.
Sure, Mason. Well, that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Reagan Lee.
And I'm Addison McBride. Have a great night, everyone.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of